Welcome back to Video Waste Double Feature.
And we're back.
And we're back. This is Video Waste Productions Double Feature, where we put we pit two movies together and see who comes out the victorious one. Fuck that tape. So today, our loosely based two movies are going to be Critters and Gremlins. As we know, Gremlins is 1984 and Critters is 1986. So one came before the other, and the other is probably...
Apparently, I was reading somewhere that Critters was wrote, but nobody gave it the green light until Gremlins kind of made all this success. And then they were like, what do we got? And that's when Robert Shea was just like, fucking put it out.
I was going to mention that because I feel like though they came out in the same time frame, they definitely are two different movies.
Yeah.
And I feel like Critters was already written by the time.
I mean, there's a ton of these. Like, you got Gremlins, Critters, Ghoulies, Munchies. Yeah. There's like at least 4 or 5 other ones where they take this little, small thing, a gnome.
Nymph.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
And, it's like, oh no, they're running in, these mythical creatures are running amok in our neighborhood, and that's usually what it is. So,
yep.
But there's tons of them.
There is tons of them. All right, so what movie do you want to start with?
Now let's do Gremlins.
Gremlins. It's all right. Next.
Yeah. Jacob, who is your show stealer for the episode?
Yeah. No, my show stealer's William. I mean, he's just a swell guy.
William?
He's a good-hearted, all-around dude. He's not a terrible actor.
Who the fuck was William?
The main kid.
Billy Peltzer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, William.
His real name is William?
No, his character's name... Bill is a shortened version of William. So, yes, Billy is William. Yes.
That's all I know because... in the bank.
Yeah.
When it flips it upside down...
It says William Peltzer.
It says Billy Peltzer, I thought. It might be William. I don't...
Anyways, yeah, he's my show stealer, and I really like the inventor dad.
Yeah.
Because, he's just that fucking goofy dad, but he's not angry or mad or, he's not... He doesn't show the frustrations of being... what you would imagine that type of dad being.
Yeah.
So those two guys.
But yeah, mine too. I agree with that. Billy Peltzer is a great character. And I also give Phoebe Cates' character, I like her character a lot.
I do too.
But yeah, Billy Peltzer, we see him at his low moments in the beginning, and how can this guy... save the town, da-da-da-dum. Yeah. Yeah,
I honestly feel like there is no, except for one character, there's no show breaker in this movie. Like,
there is.
Well, I have one. But the majority of the people in this movie I like a lot.
Yeah, it's a solid movie.
I think Steven Spielberg does a really good job at creating likable characters that you root for.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. And you put it in that kind of in that mix of a Spielberg town and a Spielberg type of score and stuff. Everything kind of just blends nicely together.
Absolutely.
Why don't you do your show breaker?
Bitch Face McBitch Face from the bank.
Oh, the Get With a Woman. But that's, see... We all cheer when that old lady gets rocketed out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Out
but
the
I
window.
Still hate her.
Yeah.
But,
she's annoying.
I hate her. I hate people like that. And there are real people out there that are like that. And I don't like them.
When she was telling Billy about how she was
going to kill the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got a little sexual.
Did it?
Put it in my washing machine.
Yeah.
Put it on high
I think
spin.
that's just like,
are you going to sit on the washing machine too, old lady?
I think that's just an attempt to have that aristocratic style, like snobby
she's
tone
the bitch of the
voice.
town.
Yeah.
So,
all right, who's yours?
the fucking plot holes in this movie.
There are no plot holes in this movie.
Okay, what are the 3 rules for the gremlins? What are
You don't feed them after midnight. You don't get them wet. And, what's the first one?
bright light.
Bright light, yes.
Okay. All right. Let's start out with bright light.
Okay.
Every moment these gremlins are around, there is bright lights. They go to a theater.
Direct light.
Well, I'm going to say how we could fix this.
Okay.
But they say bright light, so our light on our camera, even though it's dim, still bright. Right?
Right.
Okay. All right. Number 2. Okay. I mean, they're with the light thing and stuff, there's like dim light in a bar, but directly
It doesn't
it's bright.
say it doesn't say like this type of lighting minus that is fine.
Yeah.
Like lighting is not the issue. It's bright direct light that seems to be the issue. Because in the bar, yes, it's dimly lit. In the theater, they have no problem with the light until the movie stops.
Yeah.
And then that screen is just bright white, and then they all freak out. So that's what I took from it. But go ahead.
Okay, second one. Don't get them wet. It's fucking snow everywhere. Is their body temperature...
Did you see that snow? It didn't kick up when anybody ran across it.
Yeah.
They painted the fucking roads white.
Yeah, because it was probably like instant mashed potato, but we can't presume that in this special Spielberg town, it's snowing mashed potatoes again, you know?
That is a very Spielberg thing.
Yeah, I mean, and there was one where they're drinking beer. Okay, last I checked, beer is still a liquid that is water, and why didn't, like, little gremlins start popping out of them?
It's a movie, Jerry.
Fucking plot. Okay, I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna fix this. All right, last one. Don't feed them after midnight. Okay, time
is a construct.
Yes, it's a concept. Okay, all right. First of all, what I would have done is say, not bright light, sunlight only. Don't let them in the sunlight. Okay. 2, don't get them wet, but don't let them submerge in water. You know, soak up water. That way, even if they get a droplet of water on them, they're not affected.
To be fair, Gizmo barely got water on him. He knocked over a glass and shot out like 6 gremlins.
Fucking Corey Feldman did.
Well, okay, yeah.
But, and then the midnight thing.
Fuck you, Corey Feldman.
It should be, don't feed them at dark. Sundown to sun up, do not feed them. And that way these plot holes aren't as big. Now, does it ruin my experience in the movie?
Clearly.
No. No.
Just fuck this whole
I'm
thing.
just saying that it's kind of weird that there are these strict rules and it's like, oh, they're breaking into fucking again. It's just like a Quiet Place, you know? Like,
Jesus,
no,
you're
not
just
really.
poking holes in everything today. Fuck this man.
I quit.
But yeah, so I mean, you know, I think that would be the way to go about these rules. But also, it's a fucking Steven Spielberg movie. It's for entertainment. Most parents don't leave their kids at home when they go on vacation and then yell Kevin on a plane. But it was entertaining nonetheless, right?
That was John Hughes, though. Are we talking about a Spielberg like trope, or are we?
I'm just talking about plot holes. Like, don't read too far into these silly ass movies. And I was talking about goddamn John Hughes movie.
Oh, all right.
What else?
Man, let's talk about the puppets themselves.
I feel like so much love went into this.
Yeah.
This one and the second one. I'll get further into that when we get to that point of
Gremlins
like
2.
putting, well, no, but putting Critters and Gremlins, you know, the wrap up part. But yeah, I mean, there was just so much. It was amazing. Like, even looking at it now as a grown man, like, goddamn, that was good.
Yeah,
like
they
the
really...
articulation of the fingers and like the details of everything. It was great. I don't know how much money this costed, but it must have cost a bunch.
Even the small, like, background ones, you know, they're not done really high, you know, like, so they don't have any articulation and stuff, but they're just in the background kind of like...
but they all have their own personality. Yeah. They're wearing, like, sunglasses. One's wearing a fucking couple bags of popcorn on his ears and shit. Like, they all... Like, you don't notice the missteps or the downgrading in the paint or anything else because they all have personality. Yeah. They all, you know, I don't know. Even now, I was blown away. Like, I appreciate it more now than I did when I was a kid.
Yeah, definitely. Would you consider this in between horror?
I think it's a horror comedy.
You think it's yeah, but what I like, kid, it's
I showed this to my daughter. My daughter knows.
Yeah.
Like, if you walk up to my 4-year-old daughter and go, "What's a gremlin?" she will say Mugwai.
Yeah.
She knows. Like,
this not like a shitty car from the 70s and stuff.
Like, she knows, like, this movie well because this movie is a good way to introduce your kids into horror.
Yeah.
Especially if you have younger kids. This is silly enough. It's funny enough. The sound effects are still ridiculous. But there's a little bit of gore. And there's a little bit of, you know, scary moments where they, like, pop out of the closet or the cabinet when the mom's, like, backing up to it.
That fucking sound effect that sounds like cats fighting when they're like something bad's going on and that thing used to terrify me when I'd watch this as a kid. Another one that, like, I grew up appreciating more and more. When I was a kid, it was the boring part of the movie, but now watching back, it really is like a pivotal moment is when Phoebe Kate is talking about how her dad died during Christmas.
I wrote that down as, like, one of the funniest things because she does it in the second one.
Well, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, the second one's birthday. Funny, but, like, I was like, where the fuck did this come from?
But
like,
that was, like, they almost, in the second one, like, tongue-in-cheek
fun of it.
Yeah, where it's like, oh, don't talk about Lincoln's Day and stuff. I can't. Or Lincoln's
random,
birthday.
Yeah, the most random thing.
But I think that the second one has a lot of tongue-in-cheek where they know it's like, okay, yeah, we're making Gremlins too. Yeah. But
it went full Spielberg on too.
Yeah. Yeah. But there's, like, those moments, like the Phoebe Kate speech is just like it's spooky.
It's spooky because
it slowed it down.
Yeah, it definitely did that.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing because she does a great job delivering the story. You can tell that she's kind of, like, tearing up a little bit towards the end, but it has no place in the movie. There's no fucking reason for it. But I mean, like, yeah, she's saying why she hates Christmas. I get it. But also, you ain't need to say that shit. We got something else going on. There's gremlins all over this goddamn town. Why are you talking about how your dad died in a chimney for 4 days before you found him? Like, it doesn't correlate with the story. It's just, like, an extra little bit. Like, she was just flexing her acting skills.
Yeah.
Like, she, like, wrote all this out and was like, here, put this in the movie.
Yeah. Well, there's, you know, I know at the beginning, Billy's asking her, why don't you like Christmas and stuff? You know, there's those moments. And then finally, we get the pop and stuff where, you know, she finally lets us in. But it is good because the movie needed to slow down. There was, you know, with the gremlins in the bar and then this... And then I think we go to the theater next.
Yeah.
If we would have done the bar scene and then the theater scene, it would have just been too much.
Yeah,
you know, it's
that's fair.
A visual overload where
I mean, they could have made out or something. Like, they didn't have to, like, go with this dark, depressing story on PG fucking Yeah, PG movie.
So I kind of appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, I can understand that, and I probably will. But in the second one, that shit is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's
because as soon as she starts, they're just like, oh, Jesus Christ, dude, she does this from time to time.
Yeah,
like, I'm sorry, I don't know why.
They also do the plot hole thing in the second one too, where Billy's trying to explain, the Mugwai, what you don't do and stuff, and the scientist guys are like, or whoever, I can't remember and stuff. They're like, well, what if you're on a plane traveling over?
It's always midnight somewhere.
Yeah, it's always midnight somewhere. It's like, what do you mean water? That's
how much I enjoyed this movie. I watched the first one and then immediately watched the second one.
Yeah. Anything else that really was a moment that you want to like?
But yeah, so you got anything else you want to talk about with that?
I will say that it's like, would you call? Is this a Christmas movie?
I think yes, you have to call this. If you're calling Die Hard a Christmas movie, and Die Hard, yes, is the greatest Christmas movie, do not try to argue.
Yeah.
I mean, you can waste your breath, but you're not going to change my mind.
No.
Then yes, Gremlins is a close second greatest Christmas movie.
Yeah, I'll give it that. And I mean, even opens up with that Christmassy, like you think you're gonna have a fun time.
Right.
Just wait.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your stars on it?
4 stars. I love this one. I'll give Gremlins 2 5 stars. Fuck it, I'll say it now.
I'm giving this one 5.
Really?
Because it's a nostalgic movie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. You can put it on any time of the year. It's
Absolutely.
a good gateway for kids.
It's a good gateway drug for kids.
Well, just to get them into horror and monster movies. All the characters make sense. We watch the main character, at a low moment, build up, become the hero at the end. That's what we fucking need in a story. Blah, 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 blah. This is a good one. Go watch it. Rent it. Buy it. Own it.
Yep, there you go. There you have it. You said it best. Go do all those things. And part 2 coming up with, we're going to be doing Critters.
Critters!
So,